this video I'm going to be teaching you my top tips to help turn your baby head down. So if your baby is currently side lying in the womb or head up, hopefully these methods will help to turn your baby head down, engaged in the pelvis, facing your back and ready for birth. If you're new here, my name's Anya, I'm a hypnobirthing teacher and doula. I bring out new videos on my channel to support you through pregnancy, birth and motherhood every Tuesday. So if you like this video, I hope that you'll subscribe and follow along with me. So let's get stuck in with my top tips. So it's really important to maintain good posture, especially in your third trimester of pregnancy. Now I completely understand that in your third trimester, you're heavily pregnant, you feel tired, you just want to sit down sometimes and just slouch back on a chair or a sofa to relax. I've been there myself, I just wanted to sit and rest, I felt exhausted. However, that's not good for optimal baby positioning. What you need to be doing when you're sitting down is be mindful of how long you've been sitting down for. If it's been more than half an hour, really you should be getting up and walking around for a few minutes and then sitting back down. Also, when you are sitting down, be mindful of your posture and make sure that you're sitting upright, your spine is straight, your shoulders are down and you're not slouching like that. Because if you're sitting upright like that, it creates more space in your abdominal area and it can help your baby to turn head down. My next tip is to make sure that you're not crossing your legs when you're sitting down, because that's not good for pelvic space and it's not good for your posture either. So when you are sitting down, make sure that both of your feet are securely planted on the ground. Swimming is a great way to help turn your baby head down. Swimming on your front allows your baby to be pulled down into the curve of your belly, and this can bring them out of a head-up position where their head may have been wedged under your rib cage, and it gives them space and freedom of movement to turn head down. Walking every day is also a great way of getting your baby to turn head down, and that's because when you're walking, you're wiggling and moving your hips and your pelvic bones. And this is good because it gives your baby space to wriggle down into a head down position. Also, when you're walking, you're working with gravity, and that can encourage the heaviest part of your baby's body, which is their head, to be pulled down towards the ground by the force of gravity. So walking for 30 to 40 minutes at a slow to moderate pace each day is great to help your baby to turn head down and engage in the lower pelvis. My next tip is to spend time in an all fours position, because like swimming, this position creates more space and freedom of movement for your baby. Being on all fours allows your baby to float into the curve of your belly and to manoeuvre into a head down position. Using something cold like a bag of frozen peas wrapped in a tea towel and placed on the upper part of your belly, and then using something warm like a hot water bottle and placing that down at the bottom part of your belly is another great way to turn your baby head down. If your baby's breech, meaning that they're head up, and you place a cold compress on the upper part of your baby bump, your baby will feel the cold through the amniotic fluid and they're not going to like it. But if at the same time you place a hot water bottle in the lower part of your baby bump, your baby will be drawn down towards the warmth with their head, and that can help to turn your baby into a head down position. Now you may need to do this technique for 5 to 10 minutes a few times a day for several days, but it did work for me, and I think the combination of that and walking every day helped to turn my baby head down at 32 weeks. Another thing that you can do to help your baby turn head down is play a little light game with them. And what you can do in a dark room is sit with your belly exposed and shine a bright light from a torch or something right down in the bottom part of your abdomen. And what that will do is draw your baby's eyes down towards the light and they'll want to chase it. So that's a really effective method for helping your baby to turn head down, though you do have to do it regularly for 5 to 10 minutes a day for a few days to see any results. My next tip is to avoid wearing tight and restrictive clothing, especially if you're in your third trimester of pregnancy. So make sure that anything that you're wearing over your baby bump is loose and baggy, because if it's loose and baggy, that creates optimal space and freedom of movement for your baby to turn head down. If things feel tight, that restricts space and can make it harder for your baby to turn. Another method that's also known to be highly effective is to play your baby music in the womb. Placing some headphones on your lower belly with soft, peaceful music playing on a low volume can encourage your baby to want to turn down towards the sound so that they can hear the music more clearly. Many women swear by holistic therapies which have helped to turn their baby's head down. Moxibustion is a method from Chinese medicine which involves burning a stick made of mugwort leaves around an acupressure point on the outer part of the pinky toe. Some women visit a reflexologist or an acupuncture specialist because these practitioners know certain pressure points on the body that can be stimulated to help to turn a baby head down. If you live in a city or a town, you should be able to Google and find a local practitioner that specialises in acupuncture or reflexology close to your home. Doing pelvic tilts is also a great way of being able to get your baby head down. So sitting on a birth ball with your posture upright, making sure that your feet are securely planted on the ground in a wide position like this, and then moving forwards like that, then tilting the pelvis like that. So just going forwards and backwards like this for 10 to 15 minutes a day for several days is a great way of being able to get your baby to move into a head down position. But it can get a little bit boring doing this, so you might want to watch something on TV whilst you're doing this pelvic tilt exercise. And my final tip is to talk to your baby each day and encourage them to turn head down. Using your hands, you can gently stroke your belly and say confidently to your baby, "It's time to get head down now, baby. You've got plenty of space to turn, so it's time to get head down." You can also listen to my optimal baby positioning meditation, which is available on my YouTube channel, and I'll link it in the video description box below. Thanks for watching this video today. I hope that you found it helpful. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments section below and I'll reply as soon as I possibly can. If you want to have a calm and easier labour, check out my online hypnobirthing course. It's also linked below. Take care and see you in my next video.